Hi Taurus, welcome back to Love from a Leo. My name is Tay, otherwise known as Love from a Leo, and today is your June 2018 tarot reading. I do want to let you know the channeled message that I was feeling for your energy throughout the month of June, and also what crystals I'm using. So we have clear quartz, angel light, and malachites. Alright, so the message that I have for Taurus throughout the month of June. We are definitely in Gemini season. That is an air sign, obviously. And we will be transitioning into Cancer season once we get towards the end of June. Taurus, throughout your June, your focus needs to be communicating with an objective, so communicating clearly with others, and then also focusing on the facts. Now, this is not too far from your own energy, being that you are an earth sign. You're very practical and you're realistic about things. So it's very similar. You know what I'm saying? Communicating just alone can have a huge effect rather than you just saying, oh, I'm not going to talk about it because it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it takes you talking in order to understand something. So you definitely want to be communicative. You want to be clear in your communications, but focus on the facts, okay? So we're going to start with your past energy, and then we're going to move to your present, and then lastly your future, okay? So what's happening in the past? What was going on for Taurus in the past? What were the influences, the obstacles in their way? What was bothering Taurus? Alrighty, so the situation, Ace of Cups in reverse. So obviously that love life was not looking too cute for you. You weren't really appreciating it, or you didn't appreciate how it was feeling. Knight of Pentacles here. Someone could have been walking away because they had prior investments or prior commitments to their work. They felt like work was more important, or maybe they felt like they weren't getting what they wanted from the relationship, and so they walked away. This could have been you. It was a tower moment within your relationship. This person that you were with, it was supposed to teach you a lesson. The structures fell out of nowhere, but I think some of you may have felt like it was going to happen because you were the person who made that decision, because you were the person who wanted to choose your priorities. You wanted to switch some things up. And with this Aries card here, it definitely could have been the Aries that you were dealing with. But this could also be saying that you had to be the boss of your life and kind of figure out, okay, this isn't working for me, so I need to end it. My work is more important. This Aries, because I do think this is dealing with an Aries now, this Aries is not mature enough. This Aries is making mistakes that I can't afford to have. And so the structure fell. Simply put, the structure fell, which was your relationship. Now, what caused the fall of this relationship? This fire sign, I do think it was an Aries though. I think this Aries was starting to do things that you were just feeling like, I can't deal with this anymore. Whether they were just being too wild, I feel like immature is a better expression to use. It wasn't meshing anymore, and you just didn't want to deal with it. And they were doing things that I think you felt like were just annoying. You just felt like it wasn't a fit for you. Let's see what other zodiac signs that I can get. Sun signs only. Who was Taurus dealing with in this relationship that didn't work out? One card. Five of Pentacles. So this could have been with another Taurus. Or maybe you were just not feeling this relationship anymore. Two more signs, please. Who was Taurus dealing with? Oh, we got two cards here that fell. Two of Pentacles, so it could have been a Capricorn. And then we have Ace of Wands, which is Aries. So that Aries is coming out very strong. So majority of you probably are dealing with, or were dealing with, an Aries. So to recap, Taurus, so this could have been you just feeling like, okay, I don't want this anymore. Or you could have been in a relationship with another Taurus. Also, Capricorn is standing out, as well as Aries being the most impactful. Now, what is the advice for those of you who are still in limbo with this person and trying to figure out what to do next? What is the advice that I can give to Taurus to fix this situation? Sagittarius, Temperance. So aim higher, expand your horizons. This relationship is making you feel restricted, and it's time for you to kind of try your luck and move on. Now, moving on doesn't mean that you have to necessarily go towards a person, but you definitely want to try to get out of this box of a relationship. I think that you feel very locked in, and I think it's time for you to do what you want to do. For some of you, a Sagittarius could be of help. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but a Sagittarius could be the person to kind of lift you up out of this funk, or maybe talk to a Sagittarius and they can give you some better insight on how to deal with the situation at hand. Alrighty, so that was your past. You were dealing with some endings, some tower moments with a person. Interesting. Now, in your present, what's happening now in June for Taurus? June for Taurus. Okay, so in your June, 10 of Swords, this means that the hardest part is over. Now you just have to kind of walk through the aftermath of the war. You have gotten through the hardest part of it. The rain it's stopped, but it's still kind of dark outside, if that's a way to kind of make it make sense. So you still have clouds in the sky, but there's no rain. The war is over. You're done fighting. Now it's like you need to alleviate your pain, alleviate your stress, because it's only going to make things worse. You don't need to feel guilty about anything. It's just time to move on. We have the World card in reverse. So it seems like some of you are still stuck trying to either make sense of something, or you want to go back to this person, or you're trying to fix what has been already taken down by the Tower card, and that's not what you need to do. You don't want to move backwards. You really want to move past the situation. It's time for you to transition to the next part of your life, the next stage, the next chapter of your life. And you may have someone who is here that wants to help you. It could be a Cancer, or this could also just be saying that that transitionary phase for you is going to start speeding up and happening towards Cancer season, which is the end of June. So you need to understand that things are starting to change, and if you're not on the boat, or if you're not on the train whenever it's time for takeoff, then you're just not going to be along on that ride, and that next chapter and that next stage is not going to be something that you get to experience. Who is this person that can be of assistance for Taurus during this time? Who's going to be helping them out on the next transitionary phase of their life? Three of Wands, so this could be an Aries. So keep in mind, this doesn't necessarily have to be that Aries that we were just talking about, especially if this was a very toxic situation in your past. That's not the same Aries. This is an Aries that means a lot to you, or an Aries that has a lot of insight, who likes to go on new adventures, who likes to go down new roads, and it just happens to be another Aries, okay? Things are changing, things are moving, and you don't want to be left behind during this change. Now, why do you keep trying to go back in time? What is holding Taurus back? What's holding Taurus back? Two of Swords. So it's not that you necessarily want to go back. It's just you're afraid of leaping forward. You're afraid of taking that leap of faith. But you have to. And I think if you take the advice and you either talk to a Sag, or you feel that Sagittarius energy of temperance, you will see that faith is all you have sometimes, especially with this 10 of Swords energy, where you feel like, where do I go from here? Taking a leap of faith is going to be your best bet. And so, yeah, you need to do that for sure. Take that leap of faith. Take the leap of faith. What advice can I give for those struggling to take the leap of faith? What can they do to make this easier for themselves? We got 3 cards, okay? You need to trust your intuition, first off. Understand that what you want, your spirit is going to let you know what you want. You need to take that leap of faith once you make that commitment to listening to your heart, listening to your gut. In addition to listening to your intuition, you want to use logic. If you know you're having a hard time moving on from something, why did you need to move on in the first place? What caused the end? What caused the breakup? What caused the stagnation? And chances are it's something that you needed to move away from, because Tower card means universe wanted that to happen. So look at the facts, but also listen to your gut. Your gut will tell you what you need to do. Not what you want to do, but what do you need to do to be emotionally mature and to be emotionally safe. 5 of Cups. Get in tune with your spiritual side. If you meditate, do that. If you pray, do that. You need to become more aligned with your soul. Speak to yourself. Figure out where your mind, your body, and your soul are, and try to make them become one. You're missing a piece of yourself because you feel like nothing else matters at this point, and that's not true. You need to be clear-minded. You need to take this time to really clear out your mind, your brain, your sense of self. You need to have time to really be able to look in the mirror and to see a clear soul, you know? And then the last piece of advice is the Chariot card. You need to become more in touch with your nurturing side, but not just that. You need to create what you want to see in your reality. You need to take the time, especially during Cancer season, or at least with the Cancer moon transit that's happening. You need to use that time to really become in touch with yourself and your spirit guides, or whatever it is that you do to align yourself and to, you know, make yourself snap out of it, because you have a lot more that you have to do, but it's like you're stuck in this, like, it will become a loop. I'm not saying it is a loop yet, but during June you don't want it to become a loop. So make sure that you're doing what it takes to cleanse yourself and move on. Now let's move to the future. What's coming in the future for Taurus? In the future, we have the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. So in your future, you're not taking work seriously. You're not taking your responsibilities seriously. Some of you could be depressed. Some of you just have a lack of focus. And with the Nine of Swords being at the bottom of the deck here, it's because you're still thinking about something that you need to let go of. You're still thinking about this injustice, this karmic thing that happened, the lies that were told to you. Some of you could be a Libra in the picture. You have your own responsibilities that you need to be focused on, and you still are like, I think a lot of you are at a point where you're not taking care of yourself because you're just not focused. You're distracted by something. King of Swords. You could be distracted from or by any air sign, but I think this is mainly saying that you need to be more logical. Like, you need to stop being so distraught over something that doesn't deserve your time. You need to find your inner fire with the Queen of Wands here. And to back that up, we have the Sagittarius card here. So again, that Sagittarius energy is coming up here very strong to say, hey, it's time to expand your horizons. It's time to move on to something bigger and better. It's time to try your luck. Like, you don't even know. It's almost like you're sad about something. You're upset about the way things turned out, but you don't even know what greatness is out there for you, because it seems like there's a lot. But no one's going to be able to do this for you but yourself. You're the only person that can tell yourself or figure out what greatness lies ahead, because you are the person holding yourself back. And this will be revealed to you very soon. It will be revealed to you. What is going to be revealed to Taurus in the future? All right, so either some money coming your way, some better financial endeavors, or just you as a Taurus, you bossing up and you finally becoming the king of your realm, and a better you coming into the picture. Yeah. So what advice can I give to Taurus for their future in order to achieve their best self? Princess of Wands. We got the Summer card. Princess of Wands. Get excited about what you don't know. Become excited about the new possibilities, the new horizons coming your way. There's so many things coming your way, but you're so focused on the past, or you're focused on what you don't have. You're not even seeing that there's so many things coming your way. And in order for you to really maximize this energy of feeling great, you're going to have to accept that, okay, things are different, but things are different in a good way. Like, there's a lot of good things coming my way. So when you can get to that moment and that part of realization, you're going to see how things are just, they're way better than you could have imagined. But you have to get to that point first. And like I said, only you can get to that point, okay? Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful Taurus. I really hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you got some insight and some clarity on a situation in your life that's been going on and that is happening now, and also what's to come in the future, so you can have a heads up. So that has been my tarot reading for the month of June for Taurus. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed reading for you, you can leave a like, you can subscribe to the channel, you can leave a comment, you can hit the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload for your sign. And last but not least, if you would like any extra help on this particular situation or anything else in your life that I can be of service for when it comes to tarot and intuitive reading, your aura, things of that nature, numerology, questions that you have on spirituality and things of that nature, do not hesitate to email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com. I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, my beautiful Taurus, I love you all, and I will see you in the next one.